should point out as Danny hits another great maneuver. And, oh, wait a second. Oh, my God. Danny V-Cutter out of nowhere.
That could be it right there. One, two.
Ready for the bright lights, high life. Everybody's feeling right. Live it up, keep it popping all night. We are ready for the throwdown, showdown. Never fucking slow down. Live it up, tonight it's gonna go down. You know we need it loud. Shout if you're with me now. I could be going off without any warning. From 6 p.m. to at least 6 in the morning. When the sun comes out, we keep it going. Looks like a two-day bout, that's what we're throwing. We're rolling out what's up with you. You know the place we're going to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GFW Pulse. I am your host, the Gamer Under Development, or Good for short, and I am being joined by my broadcast partner, Emav. Look at a crowd going wild. How are you tonight, Emav?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. The crowd is going nuts right now. And I, of course, am Elliot Maverick, and the Maverick Memo is my game. You could read the Maverick Memo right now on the GFW Discord. It's getting rave reviews. It's flying off the shelves.
I don't know exactly how accurate that is. Last time I checked, we were kind of overstock on those.
Shut up, Good. Go back to cleaning the toilets. Let's get the show on the road.
I think that's an excellent idea. Let's move on to the matchups here so we can hear a little bit less about Emav and his memo. Our starting matchup this evening is going to be Misfit Angel, who made her singles debut last week in a successful matchup over Travis Markson, facing off against Danny V5, who will be making his single debut this week.
Yes, this is an absolutely excellent matchup. Of course, not a lot of people know who Danny V5 is, but he is a luchador. He is from the Mexican independent scene, and he has been making waves. Nero Sin wisely signed him to a contract, and we're going to see just what he's made of here tonight against a very, very impressive Misfit Angel.
Well, for once, we actually agree, Emav. I too think that Danny V5 being signed was an excellent deal, and you guys are going to see why right now. Ladies and gentlemen, entering the arena at this time, Misfit Angel with Reeve.
I won't take this world's abuse. I won't give up or refuse.
Vamos a prender la mecha que el cohete listo está. La cuenta atrás ha comenzado, listo para volar. Tiene la deuda del sonido en el estéreo. Se mueve más, poniéndolo en un show.
And her opponent, recently signed from the Mexican independent scene, this is Danny V5.
Si lo quieres probar, lo mejor debe estar. Lo mejor de ti debe estar. Fight!
And this matchup underway between Misfit Angel and Danny V5. Misfit slapping the crap out of Danny there right
Misfit
in the
with
opening.
a couple slaps and then just take him down, but Danny coming right back with that drop toe hold and now getting headbutted.
I gotta say, Misfit has been very Smash Mouth since her debut. Not exactly the style that I expected to see, but here we see Danny coming off the ropes. Beautiful flipping dropkick there.
That's that authentic lucha libre style that Danny feels is missing from GFW, trying to bring it back, but he's also got that amateur wrestling background that's allowing him to do all these technical maneuvers.
I have to say that I am most impressed by the technical game of Danny V5. I actually had heard a lot about his high flying, but you don't hear that much about his technical prowess.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of Matty Straw cradle right there, but it's a rope break. Misfit Angel,
Very
though, for
nice
her part, doing a lot of strikes and going for quick covers. Only gets one.
Both of these competitors very aggressive here in the early on, but I have to admit that I'm excited to see the high-flying game of Danny V5 here in his debut.
Well, Misfit might not let us. She's been doing all those headbutts, keeping him down, but another big drop kick from Danny.
The arc on those flipping drop kicks is just absolutely beautiful there.
And another headbutt. This is, that mask provides very little protection for Danny V5. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. He's feeling all of these headbutts. Ooh,
it's very interesting to see this Smash Mouth style from Misfit, and you have to wonder if perhaps that's the influence of training with Reeve.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
smash mouth on his own. Danny there with that huge drop kick. Well, what's she gonna do here?
And Misfit, the first one to the top rope, but crashes and burns, and now Danny's gonna try to take advantage. One kick out.
That was an excellent time to pin there from Danny V5, very ring aware.
Yes, absolutely. Both these competitors...
Maybe not a good idea to slug it out with Misfit here, though.
Ooh, wow, yeah, absolutely. Both these competitors, Misfit has kind of enforced her strategy on this match, is making Danny play her game right now. And there's an elbow
Oh,
drop.
and that time the elbow drop actually lands.
Cover 1, 2, and... Oh, first 2 count of the match by Misfit Angel.
I really hope we see Danny come back in this, because right now Misfit has controlled everything.
Yeah, you see Danny's tried to get the roll-ups, he's tried to get his drop kicks, he's tried to impose his lucha style, but it's just not happening with
But a nice
Misfit.
slide through right there. I don't know, that was a good slide for Danny. Maybe this is the start of a turnaround.
Maybe one. No, still not getting a near fall on her, but nice
Oh,
forearms.
that was a series of elbows.
2 can play the Smash Mouth game for sure. And now, whoa, Danny V5!
What in the
what a
world
Hurricane
is
Rana!
that?
What a fantastic Hurricane Rana! But it has very little effect on Angel.
I don't know if that was a Hurricane Rana. He swung around her body. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Hurricane Rana.
Oh, what she got in mind here
Danny up the top,
doesn't
Danny up
matter.
the top. Oh my God! What was that? 1, 2. 2 count only. I thought that was gonna be it.
Ooh, and this gruff stranglehold here by Evil Miss.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Yoshihashi use that move to great effect in New Japan, and now Misfit borrowing that. Nice clothesline.
Straight into that elbow drop, too. Just not letting up at all. Ooh. Oh, and a schoolboy here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God. Very, very close near fall. You know, Danny V5, we saw it in his entrance. He's a big fan. Hang on cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out by Angel. He's a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, and he might need a little bit of chaos if he's going to win this match.
I think that it would definitely benefit... Oh, a nice Buffalo Sleeper there from Danny. I think it would definitely benefit him to try to turn the pace up in this matchup here, because so far, Misfit has been able to dictate the pace here and just be brutal towards Danny. Oh, bad collision there, though.
She didn't dictate anything on that one, though.
And you gotta wonder when we're gonna see Danny really bust out that high-flying offense here.
Yeah, so far, Danny just content to brawl with her. Off the ropes now. And once
here we go again.
What a great head scissors, tilt-a-whirl, round and round. Danny V5 getting her dizzy. But Angel coming right back with the kick to the back, and now... What is she doing? Running off the ropes. And a clothesline.
Ooh, big lariat. I gotta say, though, I am infinitely impressed by the way that Danny basically climbs the body of his opponent during that tilt-a-whirl Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, absolutely. It's impressive, but that insecurity was also impressive by Angel. You know, Angel, technically, she won her match last week on Pulse against Travis Markston, and she's technically undefeated in one-on-one action.
That is true, and so far she is looking to maintain that undefeated streak here tonight.
Yeah, the crowd enjoying what they're seeing right now, enjoying the skills of both competitors. There's now another shot to the back of the head by Angel. Danny's getting beaten up in here. But right as I say, the commentator's curse flips her over, and now got her in a surfboard stretch.
Or a bow and arrow lock, depending on how you like to call it. Either way, absolutely beautiful submission there from Danny V5. Perhaps trying to damage the lower back and reduce the striking power of Misfit Angel. Oh, Misfit Angel knocking Danny down and just sitting and staring at him there. That is confidence right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Misfit Angel, at least in GFW, the more experienced competitor. And she is very confident.
This has been very surprising to me. I expected Danny, given his style, to come out of this guns a-blazing, and Misfit has just slowed him down and kept him on the ground.
And then you can see Misfit can play his game, too, with the arm drag she just hit, and oh, wow. But,
I think maybe she tried to play his game a little too much right there and paid for it.
But here we go. She's going to try again. Nice drop kick. Single leg. There's some lucha for you.
Single leg drop kick, just planting him on his back. Drop toe hold to escape the follow-up, though.
And now Danny.
Spin dash right there to the back of the head of Misfit Angel.
Sonic would be proud of that one as Danny V5 takes control now. Bunch of strikes all over the place. Elbow
Positioning
to the back.
Misfit here. What's he got in mind?
And now Danny throwing her into the corner.
Into the corner. What's he going to do here?
Headbutt.
Nothing if Misfit has something to say about a big headbutt there to slow him down again.
Back suplex. Another thing I feel I should point out as Danny hits another great maneuver. And, oh, wait a second. Oh, my God. Danny, V-cutter out of nowhere.
That could be it right there. One, two, three. No. Okay, so I have to say, that timing was incredible. I don't know if you noticed that, Emav, but she was down when he started that maneuver. Like, he timed that perfectly.
Danny V5, that's his finishing maneuver, the V-cutter, and he pulled it out of absolutely nowhere, but he knew exactly what he was doing. I cannot believe that Misfit kicked out.
I cannot believe that he... Oh,
what
wow, that
DDT.
just looked nasty.
He might be unconscious. Oh, but it's a rope break. The rope saved Danny there.
Yeah, I have to agree that those ropes, had they not been there, might have... that might have been it.
Danny once again with the tilt-a-whirl around. Oh,
and what is this?
Oh my God! What a move! 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Beautiful.
Danny takes the win
How
out of
did he
nowhere.
even do that?
I have no idea. I thought he was going for another one of those Hurricane Rondas that he's hit earlier in the match, but instead he reversed it into some kind of like I don't even know.
I don't know what to call that except for incredible. I've never seen anything quite like that, I don't think. That was just an amazing feat of agility from Danny V5 in his debut match to cinch that up and win it.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great showing by both competitors. Of course, Misfit more than held her own for most of that match. She was dominating most of it, actually.
I have to agree, but Danny coming back in the end there and just doing a phenomenal job of taking control of the matchup and finding that window that he needed to win. Ladies and gentlemen, our next matchup this evening is going to be a rematch of sorts from last week's Pulse. It's Alexander Smith versus Apollo. Smith calling Apollo out backstage and basically saying that the only reason he made it out of the match last week with his legs intact was because Bone Crusher saved Apollo.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alexander Smith actually went to Nero Sin's office to ask for this match. And when Nero asked him, why should I book this? Well, he said, this is going to be a fight for the ages. This is going to be a fight for the history books. This is going to be a war. I believe in my style of wrestling, and I believe that Apollo's is wrong. And we're going to see if he can prove that here tonight.
Absolutely. And that match is starting right now. Entering the arena at this time, the Black Knight, Alexander Smith. And his opponent this evening, the icon of perfection, Apollo!
Fight!
Alright, matchup starting off right now, and Apollo hitting a knee to the guts. Of course, this is going to be interesting. Oh, he takes him down with a leg sweep. This could be interesting because Apollo just did a leg sweep, but Smith is the one with the amateur wrestling background here.
You know, Apollo's got a background that is definitely questionable. He himself has served some time in prison, which is probably where he got so jacked, I'm guessing. It'll be, oh wow, and a gorilla press early on here, just showing his strength.
You know, I can relate to that, though. I've spent some time in prison myself.
Emav, are you registered as anything? Do we need to know anything?
Only a registered, certified badass. That's all I got.
That low blow there from Apollo definitely going to take the wind out of Alex's sails before this match is really even underway. But it looks like Alex got a hold of the arm and is going to work on that.
And Apollo reversing the Irish whip, and oh wow! Just throws him in the
back to
air.
that Boston Crab.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of the same moves that were getting him some success in the tag match last week.
Oh, double underhook. No, it's not.
Yeah, Apollo just absolutely jacked.
Oh my god,
Like
the power of Apollo just shining through here. Big Buffalo Sleeper gonna keep Alex on the mat.
Yeah, but Alex holding his own, taking him down, and now... Oh, wait, and look at that, Apollo with the single leg takedown.
Apollo is just looking like a monster in the early going of this matchup. But there's that double underhook suplex.
He was going for that earlier, and now he finally gets it. 1 count only, though. And
but a rolling armbar there.
Break. Now these guys are gonna slug it out. This is not what I would do if I were Smith.
I don't know. You never can count Smith out here, but not getting the best of that strike exchange at all. Perhaps you were right. Oh, wow.
Of course I'm right, good. That's why I commentate for a high salary and you clean the toilets for minimum wage.
You know what?
You got nothing.
I absolutely know the number for the local tobacco, firearms, and other things. So maybe watch yourself there, EMAV, because I happen to know that while you may be a card-carrying member of a certain club, you carry way more than the card allows. And a beautiful German suplex there, uproot style. Does not get a 3 count, though. Did get 2 there, though.
Yes, he did. Apollo looking to
Perhaps
put this
all
one away
that upper
quickly.
body weight of Apollo's playing against him in that maneuver.
And as much as Alexander Smith won this match... Oh, wow.
Ooh, that is just a brutal torture rack there.
Yeah, is he gonna tap out? No, he doesn't. As much as Smith wanted this match, and he got his second armbar, these guys keep trading submissions. I can't even get a thought out.
This has been very back and forth.
Apollo has something to prove as well, because we were talking about before, he was getting his knee torn to bits by Smith in the tag team match, and Bone Crusher was the one that got the pin. So, yeah.
I would absolutely agree with that statement. So far, we haven't really seen Alexander mount much of an offense, bar those double underhook suplexes and the arm bars he's hit here and there. Definitely looking to see a little bit more out of him in this matchup. Ooh, God, those chops just sound brutal.
Slapped out of his mouth right now in the corner. And Apollo now showing off.
Apollo definitely not shy or bashful at all.
No,
I'm pretty sure he's been bathed in baby oil before this matchup. Maybe that's why Alex Smith is having such a hard time getting a hand on him.
You can't escape.
I think he's being bathed in way more than just baby oil. He's being bathed in the waters of the Greek gods, if we're to believe everything he says.
I don't know if Apollo's strength comes so much from water or from other forms of chemical enhancement.
Wait a second, maybe that's why, maybe instead of an Achilles heel, he has an Achilles knee. Maybe that's why he was getting beaten up last week.
So what you're saying there, EMAV, is if we saw a few more Achilles holds here, maybe Apollo would be in a much worse position.
No, not Achilles, it's the knee bar. You see, Achilles, never mind. This is a wrestling match, not a Greek mythology lesson.
That is a good point. Alex landing that rolling armbar there again, able to oh, wow. That was just a
punch to the face.
Yeah, so much for that technical game.
I'll tell you, that's
and
the
now back to
oldest
this
move
Buffalo
in the book,
Sleeper.
and it'll always work.
You know what's been interesting about this matchup is I think this is by far the most grounded matchup we've seen on Pulse probably this season.
These are both bigger guys. They're both guys just having a slugfest. They're not trying to do Hurricane Rana. Oh my God.
That punching lariat damn near ripped his head off, and now
flushes him out of the ring.
This has come to the outside now. This could go all sorts of bad places.
This is just a fight. Just choking him
once
out
again,
here on the
Apollo
outside.
content to just lock in that Buffalo Sleeper.
Okay, so for the benefit of the viewers, maybe you can explain something to me good. Why isn't Gamgoon counting right now?
I absolutely couldn't tell you. He should most definitely be counting.
That's why.
You know what? I can't argue with that in this particular. Oh my God! Gamgoon doing his job or not? A brutal series of elbows to the face of Apollo right there from Alex.
Alex, oh wow! One blow.
I have have to say that for all of the dominance Apollo has shown in the ring, he's also shown absolutely no reservations about going below the belt.
Yeah, no, none whatsoever. I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I will allow... Oh, and look at Alex just taunting and takes an uppercut to the back of the head
That's
for
what
that
you get
one.
sometimes. If you want to show off, sometimes you gotta pay the price. And a shot to the back of the head.
Apollo just brutalizing Alex here. This is definitely not what Alex signed up for, I don't think. Big elbow to the lower back there.
Ooh, Northern Lights. Could that be a 1, 2, 3?
Oh, and that's it right there. Apollo catches him with his own variation of the perfection plex. That was absolutely brutal. I do want to reiterate, though, that was the most back and forth ground match we've seen in the entire season on Pulse. So far, they just really, I don't think anybody even went to the top rope once in that matchup, did they?
No, I don't think they did. And the other thing about it is they didn't really seem interested in ending the match. They just wanted to fight each other. There weren't many covers at all.
You know, I definitely think this is not the last time we're going to see those two in the ring against each other.
Definitely not.
Bone Crusher out on his way to the ring with Terran in tow, of course.
Yeah, if you saw a couple days ago on the GFW Discord, I tried to save Terran from a Bone Crusher, and it didn't go too well.
Yeah, well, your version of saving people isn't exactly everybody else's version of saving people either.
No, it's not.
I will say this, that FTW title looks beautiful, even around the waist of Bone Crusher.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm sure Nero Sin is enjoying what he's seeing right now.
Crusher calling AK-47 an invalid, and perhaps he is after that matchup. I mean, he is correct. AK-47 is in the hospital.
I'm surprised the Bone Crusher isn't too, though.
I would imagine that he has some help recovering.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. This is our main event of the evening. This is a match between Mark Scarratt, the referee that caused Terran Johnson to become disqualified and get collared by Bone Crusher so many weeks ago on Pulse, facing off against Terran Johnson herself in a matchup to sort of squash that beef that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just, it's still crazy. If you told me 2 weeks ago that Mark Scarratt was going to be wrestling Terran Johnson, I wouldn't believe you. I'd think you were crazy because Mark Scarratt was a referee. But now, here he is about to take on one of the most fastest rising stars in GFW, in my opinion.
I would absolutely agree with that, and I cannot wait to see this match. Entering the arena at this time, Terran Johnson with Bone Crusher.
Bleeding till I own this dream. Build it like you've never seen. Even at the mountaintop, I'm never gonna ever stop.
And her opponent this evening, Mark Scarratt.
I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man.
Fight! And this matchup underway between Terran Johnson and Mark Scarratt here, both competitors striking right out the gate.
It's a nice spin kick by Terran, and both of these competitors a little timid starting this out. Oh, nice arm drag.
Nice arm drag from Terran there, though. Yeah, there was some circling there, potentially trying to feel each other out and figure out where they were going to go. Very different styles here. Terran, much more of a striker slash high flyer, and Mark, very much a mat technician.
Yeah, definitely. And a nice shoulder block there by Johnson, taking taking some lessons from Mr. Cena, I would imagine.
That leg bar actually kind of or that elbow to the inside of the knee kind of surprises me rather from Terran. I don't know if I would go to the mat with Mark if I was her.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, apparently that's his bread and butter is the amateur wrestling. That's what the Watchdogs are built on, basically. Whereas Taron Johnson's been more that striker, a little bit of high flying in there as well.
Oh, and that is definitely some striking right there.
Yep. And a cover.
Cover after that series of stomps.
And for those
Skira
that might...
getting out. Oh, Taron just fighting off that Irish whip, having none of it from Mark.
A leg sweep there by Mark. Of course, these guys have bad blood with each other, but you wouldn't necessarily know that by the strategy they're employing here. Now just a strike fest.
Just back and forth they go, and Mark Scarratt surprisingly getting the better of the striking game there.
Yeah, it's you know, like I said last week, Mark can wrestle. So
yeah, dragon screw into that inner knee.
People might not be used to that yet, but he can go. That's for sure. Nice,
beautiful technical spin there.
Absolutely. And now going right back to
that Achilles hold.
Yeah, right back to the ankle.
Well, that is more than likely him setting up for that DEFCON 1 finish he likes to use, that ankle lock.
Yeah, Taron's got to be careful here. She's already had her ankle worked on quite a bit in the early goings of this match. And again,
God, those chops.
Mark's just absolutely relentless with this. Of course, in pro wrestling, you know, it's one thing if you get pinned, hit with a big, devastating maneuver, but it's another thing if you actually voluntarily tap out to your opponent. That does a lot to your psyche.
That is a very good point, and you have to wonder if that kind of a more sort of humiliating finish would actually really do some damage with Taron already being in a sort of bad place psychologically.
Oh, whoa! What a hurricanrana! 1, 2! And a kick out at 2, but a quick near fall there.
With that whole collaring and subservient thing with Bone Crusher, I think that type of a loss would definitely have an impact on the psyche, as you said.
Yeah, and I'm not meaning to throw shade on Taron whatsoever here when I say this.
Beautiful.
But whoa, what a move! But it seems like up until just now she was lacking a little bit of that fire. Oh, a brainbuster that she usually has, but now she's turning it on.
Yeah, I think we're definitely starting to see her turn it up here. That's oh, wait a minute, Mark turning it up too.
Dropping her right on the back of her neck as well as her knees. And whoa! Oh my God, running triangle choke here.
That is DEFCON 3 right there, and Taron managing to escape. That was absolutely phenomenal.
That just came out of nowhere too, and Scarratt with the suplex.
Beautiful counter suplex there from Scarratt.
This is gonna be a short match if Taron doesn't do something.
Taron with that kick. Oh, series of kicks, and what she got him. Oh, Samoan pop. And what is she calling for right here?
Elbow drop into the cover. 1, 2, 2.5. Bone
nice
crusher.
Kick out there from Scarratt. Oh, Canadian Destroyer.
Oh my God. Cover. 1, 2, no.
Taron managing to kick out of that Canadian Destroyer at just the last second there.
Just barely. This match is already crazy.
Oh, nice rolling senton. What she got in mind to follow up? Beautiful sweep.
How about listen to the crowd right now for the main event. They are absolutely loving this match. And wow. And Mark getting them into it.
Here we go.
Into the ankle. They're clapping. They're telling Taron to tap out. Or some of them are telling him to get to the ropes, but she breaks out of it.
You got to admit, the crowd seeming very, very split here in this matchup, as both of these competitors are definitely fan favorites.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Of course, everybody has their own opinion on what happened. But
oh my God!
Brutal
Technique by Mark there, tying the leg of Taron up in the ropes.
Every time I try to talk about the story of this match, these guys just do something incredible, and look at that!
This is absolutely a phenomenal match. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I'm sure that you folks at home are too. Beautiful rolling knee bar.
This is pro wrestling right here. This is GFW.
This is the difference between sports entertainment and wrestling, folks. Oh, what she got in mind here? Going up top again.
Elbow drop again. 1, 2, and kick out.
Beautiful escape there from Mark Scarratt, and you have to believe that she's going to be looking for that heartbreaker sooner rather than later.
Yeah, she's already thrown everything else.
Oh,
She
beautiful
can
screw
at him.
kick there.
Maybe that'll do it. 1, 2.
The
So
crowd is
close.
losing their shit right now. This absolutely an incredibly competitive matchup between two fan favorites.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think the stunt puller is going to do it for Mark, but... And now they're going back to the strikes. They're going back just beating the crap out of each other until one falls down. And Taron Johnson...
Shades of Brian Danielson there, the trainer of Taron Johnson.
Absolutely. And a suplex.
What's she got in mind next? Oh, Heartbreaker coming.
No!
No.
Another dropkick.
Single leg dropkick there.
You know, she's really working hard to set up that heartbreaker. She does not want Mark to counter it under any circumstances.
That's stepping kick to the back of the head.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Mark Scarott sneaking out that roll-up in an incredibly close matchup.
Mark Scarott just pulled the roll-up out of nowhere. Taron was setting up to finish him off, but Mark gets it done.
You have to believe this is not the last time we'll see these two competing.
No, I believe... let me tell you something. On this episode of GFW, we saw a lot of things start, and they are not over yet.
That was a amazingly athletic and competitive matchup. Both competitors really showing some of the best moves in their toolkit. And to have it finish like that, you have to believe that they're going to want to tie that up for real next time.
Yeah.
Because... I can't say that Mark won that convincingly. I think that he definitely just barely snuck that one out.
He got the roll up out of nowhere there.
A beautiful, beautiful matchup overall, though.
Gonna get a glowing review on the Maverick Memo.
5 stars from the Maverick Memo, or is it
maybe not?
Stars
It wasn't in the
and
Tokyo
more
Dome.
leaves that we get from the
It
Maverick
wasn't in the
Memo?
Tokyo Dome. Yeah, you got a point. I could give it some leaves. I mean, 5 leaves though, that costs a lot of money. I mean, I don't know if I got that much.
Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely phenomenal night here on GFW Pulse. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the matchups as much as we did, and we hope that you are ready for some mayhem.